Before we had people that was teaching in New York. You had the X-Clan. You had Public Enemy. You had KRS, and who was putting pictures that was waking up people. Then this whole thing came from the West Coast, which I'm sorry to say was negativity.
That's right.
Those are still my brothers, but they was teaching negativity.
Thus, images that degrade our dignity and are an insult to our children, our families, and communities concern us too. And that includes all this gangster rap and misogynist lyrics. Music that glorifies and promotes violence with guns, knives, or drugs, and denigrates and defames women. And with the release of Snoop Doggy Dogg's debut album, Doggy Style, that includes artwork that is nothing but pornographic smut, available to any child to go in and buy with the album and with a record. That has got to stop. You want to know why I'm on the warpath? When I saw this, I said, that's it. We march again, and we're going to keep on marching and demonstrating the truth stuff.
Like we always do about this time.
Oh man, yo, the year is 1994, and I'm not gonna lie, you guys, this probably was like the best year when it comes to the G-Funk era. Like, yo, I am envious of you guys who lived during this time, bro, and like just to witness what was going on with the West Coast. Now again, dog, like I said, in 94, a lot of big things was going on, you feel me? So G-Funk became mainstream, like it exploded back in 93, but in 94, G-Funk was starting to take over Hollywood, okay? It was everywhere. G-Funk basically became pop music, all right? The radio airways was dominated by the sound. If your ass did not sound like you was from the West Coast, get off the radio. Okay, like it was phenomenal of like what was going on. Record labels were just non-stop playing freaking West Coast artists. And then also too, you got to think too, like there was a lot of independent record labels being formed, you feel me? Because of course you had the mega stars, Dre, Snoop, Warren, you can even put DJ Quick in there, but all these independent record labels were starting to form up. They were starting to pop up, and it seemed like every neighborhood, every section of California basically was signing artists. I mean, you could go even up Northern California. You had the mob music, you know what I'm saying, movement going on up there. And then you had also G-Funk down south, you know what I'm saying, in the LA region. But again, like everybody was signing freaking artists. Like the sound was unavoidable. Okay, you couldn't go anywhere. You couldn't change to any radio station. You couldn't freaking look at MTV Raps or probably BET and not see freaking a West Coast artist on the TV screen. It was crazy. And then, like I said, they was crossing over, all right? You had freaking artists like your boy Snoop Doggy Dogg, all right? He was on the episode of freaking Martin.
Man, slow your roll, please, man. I'm over here.
I realize.
Head looking like a big ass glycerin ball. All right? Now, youngin' over there invited me and my nephew.
Wait a minute, Jerome. Who's your nephew?
It's the D-O-double-G, cause that be me. I hope you don't mind me and a few of the homeboys from the Dog Pound stopping through, making your party liver than what it was.
These guys were crossing over. You have freaking Ice Cube. Basically, at this point, he's laying down the groundwork, man. Like at this point, he is like almost, you could say he's like 80% fully like crossed over into Hollywood at this point. Cause you know, back in 91, of course, Boys in the Hood, you know what I'm saying? And then now you had him, at least in 94, he starred in that movie, The Glass Shield. Now you guys can let me know, was that a good movie? I didn't fully watch that film. The funny thing about it, I actually made a bootleg of that movie like years ago, back in like 2012, which I never watched. So you guys can let me know, like, how did Ice Cube do in that film? But like I said, like at this point, you know what I'm saying, he's fully crossing over into Hollywood. I mean, don't even get me started about your boy Tupac. I mean, he was a natural artist, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not artist, a natural actor, you feel me? And he already had his acting chops. You already know he did Juice, And then freaking what, the previous year, he, you know what I'm saying, he did Poetic Justice. He went crazy in that. And now this year in 94, he starred in, of course, the classic Above the Rim.
Almost forgot. Heard you're a Hoya now. Congratulations. What you think they're gonna think up at Georgetown about the presents you took? Check this out. You're not going to college or any fucking where if the Birdmen don't win. You might be on another team, but you playing for me, Kyle. You remember that. Good game.
All right, so it showed that these West Coast artists can basically carry a whole film. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's phenomenal. Even your boy Ice-T was doing a recurring role in that TV show called I think it's called New York Undercover, right? So he was doing a recurring role. So again, these West Coast artists, bro, they popping up everywhere. They running everything. They're running media. Like I said, it wasn't just music, okay? It was also movies as well too. They was popping up everywhere, and it was crazy. And again, just to reiterate, like back in 94, like yo, like you had some notable albums from West Coast artists that was cooking up and going crazy. Again, West Coast was dominating it. All right, you feel me? Like nobody can touch the West Coast. So back in 94, of course, you had Doug Life. They dropped their album. You feel me? Don't get me started with goddamn Warren G. Okay, Regulate. All right, that probably, honestly, you guys let me know because y'all lived it. Was Regulate the biggest song in 94? Like, I'm pretty sure that was the biggest G-Funk song in 94, but like, was it the biggest rap song in 1994? Like, you guys let me know on that. But, you know, you had Warren G drop. Spice One, he dropped the freaking album. You feel me? Shit, who else dropped? Silly Seal up there, you know what I'm saying, in the Bay Area, he dropped, you know what I'm saying? Damn, who else dropped an album back in 94? Another West Coast artist, dog. South Central Cartel, them boys dropped. Like, bro, like, again, West Coast rap was going crazy. And again, like, they dominated Hollywood, they dominated the sound. It was crazy. Now, also, too, like, 94 was a really big year also, too, because there was two important soundtracks that dropped also this year. Now, of course, number one being Above the Rim. All right, you guys know this soundtrack, man. This soundtrack is hella goated. Okay, Death Row Records, they the ones who produced this thing. I mean, bro, this soundtrack is phenomenal. Honestly, truthfully, my favorite song off this soundtrack, hands down, gotta go to, I think her name is Paradise, and the song was called Hoochies Need Love Too. Bro, I love that song. I love that beat. Whoever produced the beat is goated for that. I love that song. Honestly, you guys let me know, like, what happened to that artist? Like, I don't, you know, the few times I looked her up, I haven't really, like, found anything about her. Like, you guys can let me know on that. You feel me? Of course, Thug Life, Tupac dropped, you know, Pour Out a Little Liquor. That song is goated. And then, of course, I mean, you can't bring up, you know what I'm saying, the Above the Rim soundtrack and not talk about Regulate. I mean, again, that song blew up. Again, like how I previously asked earlier, was that the biggest song in 94? Like, that song basically made G-Funk like just pop music. I really think that song really made G-Funk pop music, bro. Like, it made it just radio friendly. Cause that's a really radio friendly G-Funk type of song. Of course, Snoop with Gin and Juice and all that stuff, but the way Warren G glides, you know what I'm saying, on the beat, what he's talking about, how he's storytelling on that song, I really feel like Regulate is like the most radio friendly freaking G-Funk type of song, man. You guys can let me know on that if y'all disagree, but I don't know, that's my opinion on that, you feel me? Now, also, there was a second soundtrack that went crazy in 1994, and that was obviously Murder Was the Case. All right, this soundtrack is phenomenal. I mean, it's crazy, bro. Death Row Records was like on top of the world at this time. It wasn't nothing that Death Row Records couldn't do, okay? They were front and center when it comes to West Coast, bro. They literally was West Coast G-Funk. There was everything, gangsta rap, whatever. Death Row ran everything. And that soundtrack, goated. All right, they had they did like a little short film that was like 18 minutes long. Murder Was the Case, phenomenal. Okay, the title song itself, phenomenal. Now, isn't there two different versions of that song, like the video version and like the album version? I can't remember which version I like more, but yeah, I know there's like two different versions, like two different beats or something like that. But my favorite song off that album is 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, King Park was the location, and the bigger G, that was my destination. We were looking up to niggas coming up before me, and LBC you to my east side. It's like, yeah, the east side's perfect.
Featuring your boy, what's his name? Trey Dog, Trey Dick. I can't even think of his name. I know he's part of the East Siders or whatever, but I love that song. And of course, you know, throughout most of these G-Funk albums, especially Death Row wise, they had that guy. He passed away. You guys could let me know. What's his name? Was like Calvin. It was the guy that did the voice, and he'll talk on like the radio stations and the skits or whatever. Like all those albums, phenomenal. Whenever he came on there, it's just I just always laughed at those skits. You guys know what I'm talking about pertaining to that. You feel me? Now also too, like freaking, you can't talk about 1994 and you gotta mention April 25th. And on that particular day out of New York City, it was the first ever Source Awards, bro. You can't talk about 94 and not talk about the Source Awards.
Music business, and now hip hop is real. Now we got our own award show. It took a while for Source magazine to happen, for us to get a real magazine just dedicating itself just to hip hop, because hip hop is real.
Now, the crazy thing about it is that, you know, like freaking mainstream media, they were still pissed off. As much as West Coast was dominating the airways and taking over Hollywood, there was still a part of America that was still pissed off about all these West Coast artists. So of course they didn't want to support the Source Awards. Like no major network wanted to broadcast the first annual ever Source Awards. So it kind of sucks, but you know, the next year we got the classic 95 Source Awards. But this one has some moments as well too. You know what I'm saying? Looking back on it, of course, it was choppy because again, it was, you know what I'm saying, the first ever Source Awards. So a lot of things, it was a lot of long pauses, production, miscommunications, because when freaking the Tribe Called Quest, when they was accepting the Artist of the Year award for a group, it was miscommunication because freaking Tupac and Doug Life them, they done came out on stage and performed freaking Out on Bail.
Out on bail. Tell my niggas in the front yard, stuck in jail. And mad as a bitch, I'll be out on bail. If it wasn't for the stick, running wild through the streets like I'm loco. And fuck the police and they joke hoes. Got no love in my heart, cause I'm heartless. Popping at the bar, in the park, when I'm scarf shit. Ripping up the scene of the team I was at.
So it was like so abrupt and so ridiculous. Like Pac looked at hella angry and frustrated on that stage, but he delivered on that performance. But he came out on there and he was performing, and again, it's like he interrupted freaking a Tribe Called Quest trying to accept their award. So again, those was kind of like the kinks that they had to go through. Also too, freaking Onyx, when they performed Throw Your Guns Up or whatever, right? And supposedly they said Sticky Fingers, he actually pulled out a real gun and was shooting up at the ceiling. It wasn't like people were scared, because you already know the Source. Everybody know the Source was. There's a lot of homies out there. You know what I mean? And the crowd went crazy. They went super turned. Like bro. I can't even imagine living during that time, bro. And again, this how much of an influence the West Coast had. Also too, freaking the West Coast dominated when it came to winning those awards at the first ever Source. I wrote this shit down, and it's crazy, bro. It really is. Freaking Dr. Dre, I think he won 3 awards. He won Producer of the Year. He won Artist of the Year. Freaking he won Album of the Year with The Chronic. Snoop Dogg, he won freaking, I think, New Artist of the Year, solo or whatever. So that's already 4 West Coast artists. MC8 won freaking Active Performance of the Year. So that's 5. freaking, what other West Coast artists won that year? I think Snoop won Lyricist of the Year. Yeah, he won Lyricist of the Year. So that's another award. Like the West Coast dominant. Oh, Soundtrack of the Year went to freaking Above the Rim. So again, West Coast dominated the Source Awards. All right, they dominated. And again, this all goes back to how strong the West Coast was really doing things back in '94. But also too, again, as mainstream and as popular the West Coast, the G-Funk sound was going crazy, there was also something else going on as well too. You guys already know that. Your boy Calvin Butts, all right? He stood tall against the West Coast, in particular, gangsta rap, all right? And he was just all against it, man. And, you know, looking at a lot of that footage and stuff, I understand what he was, you know, going about, talking about, you know, the lyrics, glorifying things. But at the same time, you know, that's what they knew at the time, you feel me? That's what they grew up around. That was their environment. It's reality rap, you know what I mean? They spoke the truth. So your boy Calvin Buzz, he doing all type of things, you know, forming all these pep rallies, going against Snoop and them. And this also made the West Coast even bigger and more popular because, again, you got a guy like Calvin Buzz saying, yo, change up the lyrics. Y'all glorifying stuff. Y'all need to go about it differently. Like you guys are not respecting women. You guys are not doing these type of things. And what you think that makes people do? That makes people want to tune in more. So people who don't really listen to the sound, they tuning in and they seeing all these freaking pep rallies. They seeing him, what he had, like a bulldozer or something like that, and he bought all them damn CDs and he done ran over all them CDs or whatever. Like
over the influence of rap lyrics, some rappers and their opponents are looking to open constructive dialogue. Reverend Calvin Butts, who last year destroyed explicit rap tapes and CDs, now questions that approach.
The theatrics, you know what I'm saying? And rappers going back and forth with him. I seen it was a talk show on Ice-T. I think it was Video Box. Ice-T was a nice healthy debate back and forth with Calvin Butts. Like, again, it just showcased how big the West Coast really was doing things. Also too, you have freaking Delores Tucker. She was going hard, okay? She was going hella hard, bro. All right. Again, she representing, you know, black women in particular, because of all the lyrics. I'm not gonna lie, the West Coast with the lyrics pertaining to women, you know, it was pretty bad, you know what I mean? So she really stood up and fought against them. And a whole bunch of stuff what she was saying, I mean, it's still going on today, probably even worse, you know, now. But honestly, you know, like I said, like, G-Funk was so phenomenal. Again, we have so many classic freaking albums that gets overlooked, that don't get talked about because everybody talk about, you know what I'm saying, the big artists. But you guys already know what we like to do here on this channel. Again, this is part 3 in this whole series, and you guys already know what time it is. Again, shouts out to you guys. Yo, thank you guys so freaking much for watching these videos, man. You guys don't understand, like, how much fun I have making these G-Funk videos in particular. Like, bro, like, you guys been showcasing me to new artists that some that I haven't heard, or some that I heard but I didn't really like go into their catalog. So the fact that I'm able to listen to all these good, you know, all these good songs, and I get a chance to like share my reaction, share my love to the genre, you know what I'm saying, to you guys, yo, I greatly appreciate it. Again, leave a comment. I'm gonna respond to every single comment. I'm gonna respond to you. If you have any more recommendations, yo, send it my way. Again, you know, leave a like, you know what I'm saying? Share this video with other people if you guys want to. Join my membership page, and soon I'm gonna make a Patreon on top of that. But again, I appreciate the love, I really do. But yo, without further ado, let's get started with showcasing some of these classic, cult classic albums. Let's get right into it. All right, now we're gonna take it to freaking Long Beach. All right, now this artist have been talked about in the comments for a really long time, with my last video 93 and my first video about 92. All right, and a lot of people been coming at my head saying, yo, how you don't pinpoint this guy. Now we're gonna finally talk about him. All right. Now we talking about your boy Domino. All right, and he dropped his self-titled album called Domino back in 1993. Now again, your boy's from Long Beach, California, and I'm not gonna lie, I had a fun time bumping this album. Again, this is my first time ever listening to him. I never heard a single song from him. I apologize. I never heard a single song from him. So I appreciate you guys for putting me on freaking Domino, all right? And again, he had a couple singles actually off this album, if I'm not mistaken. So the first single, which was his biggest single, this had the most commercial appeal, and that was called Ghetto Jam.
This is OG, the great switch to move your yes. The Ghetto Jam is about to slam with some notes from the diggity. As I keep what's really going on with your reminiscence. A Saturday morning, just getting up with the hangover.
That song in particular actually reached number 7 on the Billboard's Hot 100. Now that's crazy, bro. That's a massive hit, and I think it reached number 4 on like the hip hop and rap and R&B charts as well too. Now another thing too about this album that I think one of the reasons why I love this album so much is because this whole album was damn near produced by DJ Battlecat, bro. Anything Battlecat related, I am rocking with 100%. Okay, 100%. Bro, the production on this album is stellar, bro. Also, too, I'm not gonna lie, I seen like an article or two. You guys can let me know on this, but like, I get it because he sounds like he's from Long Beach, but he sounds like Snoop Dogg, man. The cadence, the flow, the delivery, like he sound like he's Snoop. Now, I don't know if that's the reason why, like I seen like his second album he dropped a few years later, it didn't do well. I don't know, granted, because maybe the G-Funk sound at that point back in, I think he dropped it in '96, it started to slow down. But I don't know, you guys can let me know, but he sounds like Snoop Dogg, bro, like he really do. But again, DJ Battlecat produced this album. The second single off this album was called Sweet Potato Pie. Now, I forgot to mention, I think that Ghetto Jam song was featured on House Party 3, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Sweet Potato Pie, I love that song. The way he's singing on that, the way he's gliding on that beat, bro. Like, again, to me, he sound like Snoop, you know. Also, too, this album with Gold as well, too, on top of that. So that's phenomenal. Another song on there that I like, I think it's called Money Is Everything.
Small talk, tell me who you're trying to hit, cause you didn't buy Jack, your money did, get the picture. Money is everything. Money is everything. Money, 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 money is everything.
That song there I like the intro, Diggity Domino. Honestly, this whole album, like I'm rocking with. Again, like you guys put me on Domino, and thank you guys for that. Now, the next album we got to talk about, bro, I'm not going to lie. Your boy here, he's from Inglewood. You feel me? And, yo, this album blew me away. This is a solid 10-track album. Easy listen. This album is phenomenal. And it's your boy, AMG. And he dropped this album called Ballin' Out of Control back in '95. Bro. This album is so freaking good. Now, he produced the whole album. He produced the whole thing. Also seen too that because I know he was featured on a lot of DJ Quick's songs and Second to None and all that stuff. But I seen here, you guys can let me know on that. It said he had like a falling out back in '94 and Quick kind of dissed him on one of his songs off the Safe and Sound album or whatever. I think the song was called Get At Me or something like that. You guys can let me know, because again, some of you guys done lived it. You guys already know. But this album here, Ballin' Out of Control, bro, I love. Now, he had 2 singles on this album, if I'm not mistaken. The first one was called, I think, Butt Booty Naked. And then the other one was called Around the World. Now, some of the songs that like I really love on this album, one of the tracks was called Leather and Wood.
Yeah,
Bro, I love that sound. And then I think that's the one he sampled, Juicy Fruit or whatever. Dawg, listen. That album, that song is so good. He got another song in there called, I think, Sucker for Love.
That ain't it. He went out like a bitch, saying my shit was his shit. Now he's on the way to players court, getting charged for faking the funk. You little punk, you's a sucker. Nigga, you's a sucker for love. Nigga, you's a sucker for love. Nigga, you's a sucker. Nigga, you's a sucker for love. Nigga,
Bruh, phenomenal song. Then he got another song in there that I really like called 304 Thing. Bruh, this album really took me by surprise. You feel me? Like, this album, like, bro, I ran through this album. Like, this was a phenomenal album. If you guys haven't heard this album by AMG, give it a listen. It won't disappoint. I'm telling you guys right now, it's goated. All right, yo, so the next album, we got to go take it to Compton, bro. All right, now this next album here, this had a whole bunch of freaking suggestions, bro. Like, my bad, recommendations. A lot of you guys recommended me this album, okay? And now I knew the artist, I just never heard the album. And I'm gonna go with goddamn BG Knockout and your boy Draysta, and we're going with the Real Brothers album, and it was released back in 1995. Listen here. Yo, I love this album. This was a good ass album, all right? And I'm not gonna lie, BG Knockout, bro, that brother can rhyme. But low key, I was feeling his brother Draysta more, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the way he command the track, his vocals, his voice, his delivery, how he was flowing, dawg. Listen, like, it, bro. I'm surprised he don't have like more material, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy to think that, you know, a lot of his younger teenage life, he spent, you know what I'm saying, in jail, in the penitentiary. And then he literally came right out, you know what I'm saying, did the whole diss record, Real Compton G's or whatever. And then he did this album. Like, bruh, like I said, like, he was all over this album. Yo, I love him on this album. Again, BG was doing his thing, but I don't know. To me, at least Draysta, his brother, he was killing shit. I ain't gonna lie. Now, this album had some singles. I know one of the singles was 50-50 Love. Wasn't that was a dedication to Eazy-E? You guys can let me know on that. Then the other song, Jealousy.
Well, fool better him than me. Niggas always talking that shit about me rapping. Talk behind my back, but don't really know what's happening. Popping at they lips, but ain't really saying nothing. Mad cause I got up, got out, got something. Motherfucker, let me live my life.
That song there, I love it. Of course, the singer too, Jealousy. Yo, hey, funky beats, everything. Also too, the other single they had on there, of course, you know, Dog Pound Killer.
Better known as the dog catcher. Bow wow, yippee-yay. Didn't you hear me say I'm a dog killer? Cause all dogs have they day. Now don't run up on me if you ain't prepared to fight. Little knock out in them sways, baby, gangsta for life. That nigga dead. Corrupt. Dr. Dre.
That was a diss record to, you guys already know, Death Row and them. Like, it's crazy. And low key, you guys let me know, do y'all remember that BG and Draysta them running up on Nate Dogg and them at that little golf thing or whatever, and they swinging golf clubs at Nate Dogg and them? Hey, you guys let me know. I may put that clip in this video, but you guys let me know. Do you guys ever remember that, you know what I'm saying, happening? That was funny. And freaking Method Man and Redman was freaking there. They was there. And then what Method Man said? Oh, I love this sport. Like, yo, funny. But again, this album on freaking point. And of course, they had one of the best producers ever. Maybe he don't get talked about a lot, and that's freaking Rhythm D. Okay, he, you know, you guys already know that he produced Real Compton CDGs or whatever, and he produced this whole goddamn album, bruh. Every beat I love off this album. This album is goated. I had a phenomenal time with this album. Other songs that I like off this album, Take a Ride.
Niggas straight hanging 10, trying to pull some skins to the confident. Yeah, getting high off the chocolate tie. Come on and jump inside so we can take a ride. Come on, take a ride. On that west side.
Who's the G was phenomenal. Compton Ho, that was a funny ass track too. But again, this album, bro, up and down. I'm gonna say this was like a 10 out of 10 for me. You know what I'm saying? For this album, like this album was a 10 out of 10, and then what I previously talked about AMG's album, at least for me, was a 10 out of 10. But yeah, this album here, bro, goated. I'm so happy that I listened to this album. Again, I heard the artists before, but I didn't go into their catalog, and I'm happy that you guys was strongly recommending this album, and honestly, it didn't disappoint. Now the next artist is that I'm gonna talk about, you guys were saying, hey man, look man, listen to them. All right, they got the best G-Funk album ever made. That's what some of you guys were saying. All right, you guys saying, bro, check them out, man. I'm letting you know. So of course I had to check them out, and I'm talking about the group Kausion, and they dropped their album back in 1995 called South Central Los Scandalous. I ain't gonna lie, I had a good time with this album. Is this one of the best G-Funk albums? In my opinion, no. But it was still a solid listen, at least for me. Now, them boys, they were signed the freaking Ice Cube label or whatever, you know what I'm saying, the Lynch Mob Records or whatever. So I thought that was really cool. And of course, your boy Ice Cube, DJ Crazy Tones, and Kausion themselves as well too. They were the ones that produced this whole freaking album. So I thought that was dope. Now, them boys, they had a single off this album, and it was called What You Wanna Do.
So what you wanna do?
Are you ready?
I'm all on the front line down to put in work. I thought once or twice, but ain't never did no dirt. But I'm amped to put my flats on the map with exchange of a scrap for a motherfucking strap. But I got to make a vow once I get the Mac in. Now once I spot a rival.
The crazy thing about it is GTA 5 put that, you know what I'm saying, song on I think the Los Santos radio station or whatever. So I thought that was kind of dope as well too. But you know, another thing too, like about this group, it's kind of crazy because again, they dropped this album in 95, but like the next freaking year, they split up. So it's like, damn. But I think they made another album back in like 2014 from doing my research or whatever. But it's like, damn, like, again, like I can't stand things like that, you know what I'm saying? Especially during that time, because you already know like record labels, or you know what I'm saying, maybe the promotion wasn't doing good, album sales, because even though G-Funk was so big at the time, you know, it was still a lot of artists that wasn't getting promoted, you feel me? But it's crazy how they split up after like one freaking album. But other songs off this album that I do like the song Land of the Scandalous.
How should we handle this? Born in the land of the scandalous, but I survive and overlook, dodge the slugs. The school's trying to get my shit. I got to make my money in the bundles, but stay humble. Keep my head on the swivel for these niggas in the jungle like me, who see what I see. Cause nigga, it's all about family and keeping artillery, filling the attic.
That song is hard. Another song on there that I like is called, I think, murdering, slanging, and scrapping.
Murdering, slanging, and scrapping. Motherfuck that old jolly ass rapping. We write about murdering and keep shit cracking. Fools get hung, seek for breath. Blast until the last one left. Out the gat, ripping flesh. I'm about to get bit until my frame's hollow. Wiping my home, spit off the 40 bottle and take a swallow.
That song is hard. And they got another song in there called, I think, 16 Times. That shit hard too. But yeah, like Super Sperm's a good song too. I ain't gonna lie, and the skits had me laughing too. Like one of the skits, they was saying like, oh man, what would you do if you in jail and some big nigga try to, you know, say do some things to you? Like, I ain't gonna lie, that shit had me laughing. And I was like, oh, you let them do whatever to you. But some of the skits was pretty funny on this album as well too. But again, this was a solid listen. I'm not gonna lie, this was a solid listen. This is another album that kind of get, you know what I'm saying, lost in the fold, man. But shouts out to you guys for putting me on. I appreciate that. Now again, we stand with goddamn in LA, South Central Compton area. You feel me? We're gonna stay here. Now, this group here, I couldn't find like a single picture on this group. None of y'all told me about this group. None of y'all. All right. I'm just letting you guys know on that. Everybody else out done put me on. Well, besides AMG, I already knew of AMG, but you know, that's besides the point. But this group here, this group was signed to Priority Records, right? Now they dropped an album back in 1996. The group is called Me and My Cousin, and the album is called International. Dawg, listen here, bro. If you guys haven't heard of them, or if you guys have heard of them and you're like, oh shit, but I remember that group or whatever, yo, give this album a listen, dog. Again, this album's called International. Dog, this is one of the smoothest albums I heard in a really long time. This album is smooth. The reason why? Because your boy Rhythm D produced the whole freaking thing. He is all over this album. Okay, his fingerprints is all over this shit. Okay, this album is freaking-tastic, dog. Like, it really is. And honestly too, this group low-key sound like Hostile. If you're a fan of Hostile, you're gonna be like, yo, is this Hostile? Because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I had to search up and I was like, nah, like, yo, they sound like Hostile, like they're freaking Chaos and Quick to Mac, that they come and form another group or whatever. Like, I had to search it up, but it turns out no, like, these are totally two different groups. But I'm telling you guys right now, if you like Hostile, you're gonna like Me and My Cousin. I'm telling you guys right now. Now, the songs off this album that is really, really good, in my opinion, they got a song on there called For Who. That song there, smooth. They got another song on there called International.
Watch me as I mash for cash, I gotta get it. You know the routine is heads up, daps and pounds when I roll on the scene. Green does the talking, bullshit runs the races. You're having difficulties keeping up with my paces. International. You're having difficulties keeping up with my paces.
Again, bro, like, this album is smooth, bro. Like, this is a nice, smooth album. That's a really good song. They got another song on there called, well, it's really the intro, and it's called Learning the Game.
Good game and everything that you earn. Learning the game that I've learned. Keeping the end is my only concern. Learning the game, it's the game that I've learned. Be good game and everything that you earn. Classic, let me sit back and think. I blow a cloud of smoke and keep my hand on my drink. The funk ain't sleep, I peep all game.
Dog. Again, if you like Hostile, you're gonna like this group. Like, this group here is so freaking smooth. Like, I love they sound. Again, I think they dropped another album 2 years prior to 96. I think in 94. If I'm not mistaken, again, if you guys remember this group, please let me know. But what I heard from this group, yo, I love the sound. Again, I wish they had more material, and I wish they had a freaking music video, because there's like no video of this group, like, at all. I was searching everywhere, but I can't find it. It's crazy. Now, this artist here, I mean, he's not mainstream, but he's well known. You feel me? Like I said, like with AMG, and he's an affiliate of AMG, and I'm talking about your boy Sugar Free. Okay, hey, I ain't gonna lie. This album is a classic, bro. This album is a classic. I'm talking about his street gospel album back in 1997. Bro, this was a fun ass album. And I love his rapping style. You know what I'm saying? How he be rapping really fast, but he's rapping like he's talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like he's talking and rapping at the same time, if that makes any sense. Like, for those who know, you guys already know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys already know the whole West Coast sound. But for those who haven't listened to, you know, Sugar Free, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this was my first time listening to a full album of him. I heard songs here and there. I seen him on features, but I've never listened to a whole album of Sugar Free. And when I pressed play on this album and I was listening to this album, bro, classic, bro. This is a great album. And again, I mean, it doesn't hurt to have freaking your boy DJ Quick produce the whole goddamn album. You know, it doesn't hurt, because, you know, your boy Quick makes some of the best beats ever made, okay, on this planet. All right, Quick's a legend. So the fact that DJ Quick is all over this album, and then you have the unique style of Sugar Free on this, and he is hella funny, dog. Like, he is so funny on this freaking album. Now, the single that he did have on this album was called If You Stay Ready.
Sugar Free, you got some money? I said, yeah, and since with it. She said, what that mean? I looked at her there between her eyes and said, you ain't gonna get it. Wait.
Yo, killer track, bro. Killer track, bro. I love that song. Then, of course, the other song, Why You Bullshitting?
I try to pimp you a hoe, and I can tell you 30 more, and you still won't know. You wanna overuse the pussy. Nigga, I'm trying to hit the news with the pussy. In a survey, your sister made it that 9 out of 10 men don't check their spouse. But sugar free to tell your pretty ass to get the fuck out and get my money while you bullshit. Baby, why you bullshit?
Hey, quit the bullshit. I try to do my impersonation there. Hey, I know. But that song is hella hard too. But honestly, I think like my favorite song off this album, or maybe second favorite song off this album, is called On My Way.
Running their mouth smelling like urine. Don't hurt the pimpin', baby. Oh, what? We don't know each other no more, cause instead of a girlfriend, I'd rather have a. Won't catch me holding hands, kicking cans, walking a tightrope, saying she loves me not, man.
Yo, that song funny, dog. That song's really funny because I think that's the song too where like towards the end, I feel like he's kind of getting his dang, what was that singer? The Juice. I saw you and him walking in the rain. You remember how he was talking all that hot shit at the end, talking to the girl or whatever, talking about don't touch that, don't touch this. He was doing all of that at the end of the song, and man, I was straight laughing my ass off listening to that song. But he got another song off this album called, I think, damn, what's the name of that song called? Oh, I'd Rather Give You My Bitch. Funny track. And then the other song on there, I think it's called like No Suckers for Love, or it's something like that. The song was called Don't No Suckers Live Here. Like, yeah. But again, like this album here, phenomenal. Again, Quick was all over this. This album is fantastic. This is my first time hearing a full project from him, and honestly, it didn't disappoint. You guys should definitely give it a listen if you guys haven't already. It's dope. But we're gonna, with our last two rappers, we're gonna take it to freaking a different state. We're still on the West Coast, but it's a different state. And I'm not gonna lie, out of these two rappers, you guys told me about one of them, and I'm happy that you guys did. Let's go to Phoenix, Arizona. Now, this rapper here, again, like I said, dog, you guys put me on him. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm happy that you guys did. And I'm talking about your boy, Von Tell, all right? Now, his album was called Visions of a Dream, and it was released back in 1998. Bruh, this album is so freaking smooth. This is a 10 out of 10. This album was a 10 out of 10, like, on everything. And again, it doesn't hurt when, again, your boy DJ Battlecat is all over this. He produced this whole goddamn album. Oh, man, this album is so freaking smooth, dog. Like, this album is so good. He did have a video for one of the songs called Loungin'.
To the closest liquor store. Ask my man what your body's hitting for. We get our drink, then we steps out the door. We still lounging. On this late night creep, me and homie Little Lee in the Jeep popping no-dos. Shooting game at these toads, I can't sleep. It's all about this money maker. Plus I keep that bet.
Bruh, smooth song. Again, like, DJ Battlecat, you just know a DJ Battlecat freaking produced track when you hear it, dog. And like, again, this whole album is just freaking laced with nothing but bangers, okay? Straight bangers. Another song off this album that I greatly love is freaking called For My Homies. And he featured the OG himself, P-Funk himself, Roger Troutman. Yo. Fantastic freaking song, bruh.
Me and my homie used to be the coolest back in the days when we ruled. Those that decided to follow us thought it was cool.
He got another song off this album that I love. It's called Tellin' What I Came to Do.
That's what I came to do. That's what I came to do. I used to say the hell with Money Mike, the hell with Mop Top, the hell with Mixed Mastered, because they're all bastards. Wanna jock cause I'm on the label. But now...
Bruh, this album is phenomenal. I'm so happy you guys put me on this album, bruh. Like, I really am. Like, this album is so freaking smooth, dog. Like, it really freaking is. It really is, dog. He got another song off this album that I like called Player Style. That shit hard. another song on there called, I think, No More. That shit hard. Like, I love this album so much that, you know what I'm saying, I was like, damn, because I was surprised. I'm like, damn, like Arizona had the West Coast sound like that too. And I love the sound so much. He had another artist that was featured on like 1 or 2 songs, and I did some digging. I was like, all right, yo, like I need to hear more artists from freaking Arizona. And I looked into your boy Bookie, okay? Yo, Bookie had an album released in 1999 called Stressin', all right? This is also a solid album. This is also another DJ Battlecat produced album. DJ Battlecat was all over this motherfucker, okay? So again, now he had, I don't know if it was a single, but he had a video, and Corrupt was actually featured on this song. Corrupt was on this album, like 2 songs, but this song in particular, it was called Blood Rush.
Bang if you gotta bang, it's the blood rush. Say what you wanna say, it's the blood rush. Brawl if you gotta brawl, it's the blood rush. Roll if you wanna ball, it's the blood rush. Learn the lesson when I be testing, I ain't feeling right. Got you blessing from the correction, busting all night. Blood is rushing from all the cussing, got the blushing. Any know that's down for fuss.
But again, like, he had another song off this album called It's On Me.
It's on me.
What about the hit of that?
It's on me.
What about a ditty rug?
It's on me.
But everybody's in the tub.
It's on me.
No hands for the hot spot.
It's on me.
My nigga, how much dough you got?
It's on me. Now when I touch the bases, enough to open fire on the placement. Don't like no one from in your face, get left up in the basement too.
Bruh, that song Gangsta, dog. Like, again, like with Bookie's style or whatever, he have like a deep voice. To me, he kind of sound like he sound like, man, I don't know the rapper's name, but it's also isn't this group from the West Coast as well too, Jurassic 5, and it's the rapper that had like the deep voice in the group Jurassic 5. To me, Bookie sounds like, to me his voice sounds like that rapper from Jurassic 5. You guys can let me know on that, you feel me? Is there some similarities to that or whatever? But again, his Stressin' album, dope. He had another song off this album that, yo, I love too. It's called If You Ain't Feeling Us.
The minutes just never finished till it's done. Over until I'm sober, no longer sticking like a cobra. And after that, it's all good. Rolling out the hood, make it understood. Haters catch the hood. Who gives a fuck about a nigga we don't even know? Ain't got no love for player haters, so we have to go.
Bruh, song is dope. A classic G-Funk sound, female singing on the hook, whatever. Like, bro, Battlecat all over this, bro. Good. Again, this was a solid album. I love Vontel's album so much. I was like, bro, let me look into some more Arizona rappers. And I think freaking your boy Bookie, I think this album is a solid listen. But again, yo, as always, you guys, thank you guys so much for freaking watching. I love doing this, man. I really do. Again, I'm gonna get that mob music video out, you know, eventually. I gotta start doing my research and listening to all the recommendations, because you guys sent me a hell of a lot of Bay Area rappers, bro, to listen to. And also too, I'm gonna do my G-Funk video pertaining to rappers out in Texas, because I didn't know that Texas was doing G-Funk as well too. You guys put me on that. But yo, again, you guys let me know in the comments. Again, comment more recommendations, let me know. Just let me know things that you guys remember, what you guys love the most about living in like 1994. What was you guys' favorite album pertaining to that year, or all the albums that I done, you know, I talked about in this video. But again, as always, like, yo, thank you guys for the love. I greatly appreciate it. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, share it, talk about it, let me know. But as always, thank you guys for watching, man. I'm out.